All these other college YouTubers are gonna be like, oh, this is the one secret to getting the Ivy League, blah blah blah, this is how I got in. No, this is the one reason why I got accepted into Yale. What's up, guys? I've been kind of putting off making this video because I got lazy, but here we go. Let's go. So first off the bat, I'm gonna do demographics. I'm Chinese from a middle class household at a really big, very competitive public high school in Texas. So just about the worst possible demographic possible for college. I got my transcript pulled up right behind me. Well, right behind this camera, not behind me. Behind me is a wall. But I was ranked 15 out of around 1,300 kids when I applied early, and then after I sent in my mid-year report, I dropped to 18. Cause yeah. My school is there's a weird GPA system. It's out of 5, but honors classes are weighted like 4.5, and then APs and stuff are weighted as 5. And we have two separate GPAs. So one is including all my core classes like math, science, history, English, and then another one that's called the cumulative GPA that really doesn't mean anything. It's just there, you know. My rank GPA was around a 4.7 when I applied early, and it was still around a 4.7 when I sent in my mid-year report. And same for my cumulative GPA, but I don't really think that matters. As for my classes, I'm gonna try putting them on the screen right now, like right there. I don't really know how to edit videos, so I'm gonna do my best. If it sucks, you suck too. As for the SAT, I took it 2 times. First time was March of my sophomore year. I thought I did really good, and then I ended up with a 1510, which is, yeah, it's decent, but I told my mom I was gonna get a perfect score, and then she roasted the shit out of me when I got a 1510, so. Second time I took it, it was the school day test for March of junior year, and I got a 1570 on that with a perfect on the math section and a 770 on English. So at that point, I was like, yeah, I'm not taking this again. Fuck it, I'm just gonna take the 1570. All right, now getting to my honors. I grew up doing math competitions. If you couldn't tell by my skin color, um, I got I qualified for Amy 3 times. I was USCO silver, which is kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie, but you know we take what we can get. And I was a PSAT semifinalist, so I took it like November of my junior year. I forgot some autumn month, and I got a 1510 on it with perfect on the math, 10 points off on the reading section, and that got me semifinalist in Texas. And then the other two honors were an academic scholarship that I won, and the other one was like a summer program I did. I know like it's ambiguous if you can put summer programs in your honor section, but I read some places that you could, and I just decided to put it there because I yeah yeah, and I guess it worked. I guess it worked. As for my AP tests, I'm looking at my doc right now. I'm just gonna go down. CSA, I got a 5. English Lang 4. Environmental Science 4. Physics C 4. Physics C, both tests I got a 5. Statistics 5. U.S. History 5. Calculus BC 5. Chem 5. European History 5. World History 5. Computer Science Principles 5. Human Geography a 4. Do not ask me. I don't know what happened. I took that online year. Oh hell no, and I got a 5 sub score on my calculus ABE test. If you guys haven't watched my junior year AP reactions video, go watch that now. All right, now on to the exciting part, which isn't just numbers. My activity section. Let's go. My first one was a volunteer program at my local library. I did it all 4 years. It wasn't just like reshelving books and stuff. We made educational programs for youth in our city, and as on the side, we also entered some film festival stuff for Texas. It was called Texas Youth Creator Awards, and we won like first place for a book trailer twice. I was a leader on that team for 3 years, and yeah, I got to spin it really well into my essays because it was good community outreach. It was something that actually had a meaningful impact, and I had a leadership position in it. I founded a club at my school. It was essentially a branch of a tutoring nonprofit, and I was able to manage my entire school's operations as president. I think I recruited over 200 members, and I taught physics classes myself. This EC wasn't, I didn't put it super high on my list, but just one I think added a lot to my personality was my basketball. I don't play for my school team. Honestly, I think I might be able to make it, but I didn't try out because of COVID year, and then I kind of fell off after that. But I just started like a basketball league with my friends after COVID subsided a little bit, and it became a really big part of my high school's experience, being able to play recreational basketball with all my guys. Jesse, Brian, Ion, if you're watching this, please comment something. Love y'all. Thank you for making me not fat. I was the founder and president of this basketball league. I put some silly awards that we had done throughout the time, and then I also, as like a tangential part of this league, I founded a basketball podcast over the NBA. Link in description. Please subscribe to both this channel and that channel. I need money. Outside of that, I also had a math tutoring job at Art of Problem Solving, which looked pretty official, right? Because Art of Problem Solving is one of the biggest like math competition training sites, or not sites, but like training programs in the world. I taught there for 2 years, and I got to work with a lot of kids, and I became the lead TA there because I stayed and everybody else kind of quit. Outside of these, just some miscellaneous stuff. I was part of my school's quiz bowl team and my school's computer club team. Oh, not computer, computer club. For quiz bowl, we qualified for HSNCT, which is like the national tournament twice. And for computer club, I won some awards at Code Quest. It's a competition sponsored by Lockheed Martin. Outside of that, I kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie. Moving on to my essays, I talked about, in my Common App, I talked about teaching. It's something I love doing. I had a lot of experience with it in my ECs, and I think being able to pair your experiences in writing with evidence that you've done them in person was something that really gave my essay strength, and just I connected it to like larger societal impacts in the conclusion, and I think that shows like, hey, I'm doing this for a purpose and not just because I like teaching and yapping. Most schools I applied as either computer science or data science. At Yale specifically, I did statistics and data science as a major. For the long essay, I did the prompt about talk about your membership in a community or something. I talked about my basketball league. I talked about how it started out of like COVID times. Like we were all kind of lonely and isolated, so we decided to meet up and play basketball. And we've genuinely, the only reason why it's continued is because we had so much fun playing alongside each other, training alongside each other. It's really become like a huge part of my life, and I think it's safe to say it's a huge part of my friends' lives as well. I think one thing unique about this essay was instead of having like a really chronological order, I kind of split it into two parts. My first half was explaining how, or like not explaining, but more storytelling how it had formed and how it became more of like a more established thing in our lives. And then my second half, I just provided like 3 quick anecdotes of times that really meant a lot to me, like helping me and my friends get through relationship troubles by like basketball therapy, I don't know. Talked about starting the podcast after our NBA debates became too hot to handle. And I talked about holding like parties with the NBA, with my basketball league. I used a lot of imagery. I talked about specific moments and described them in really great detail, and that really I think paints the scene of what the memory means to you. And at the end, I just talked about how much they mean to me, how much the basketball as a whole, and not just basketball, but like basketball in the community that I had a part in building, has helped me get through high school, and how much fun I've had with it. Alright, the last part, the one we've been waiting for this entire time, the one EC that got me into Yale was a summer program. So this past summer, the summer after my junior year, I did the Yale summer program in astrophysics. I conducted research on supernovae, nebula, and other space stuff at Yale with a Yale professor, and it was a great experience. I got to tour Yale's campus really well, or like really thoroughly. Got experience like living there, and I think that really shone through in my why Yale essays and my deferral letter that I wrote afterwards. This was my research This is my research EC, right? I know having research gives you like a really good advantage over people that don't do research because it just shows like you're very academically interested. We wrote a paper on it the last few days of the camp. We presented our results at the camp's conference, and then at the time I submitted my app, it was in process of being published, and then now it's still in the process of being published, but it's going through, it's already been through like peer reviews. I think this might be the last stage, I don't know yet. But yeah, being able to talk about my experience living on Yale's campus, eating its food, exploring New Haven as a whole, I think it really gave me the edge over other kids that were maybe more qualified with their overall apps. But showing that like, hey, I earlied here, I want to go here, I've experienced here, and I know this is where I want to go, was really what put me over the top of these other kids. So I would advise, if you have like a dream college, look for summer programs they might have, especially ones that are pretty prestigious. I mean, this one, it costs like $7K, and I know you're supposed to avoid programs that cost money, but this one had like a 4.5 acceptance rate, so it's not like you could just pay and get in. Find programs that are competitive if you can, and just if you have a dream school, try to find opportunities to go there and experience what it's like there, because that gives you gives you much better material to work with in your essays. It makes your essays seem a lot more sincere, and it just shows that you really have interest in that school. Alright, y'all, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like this video and share it. Bye.